This is Gary.
And Austin.
And Gritty.
And this is Midwest Mike's coming back at you with another episode, another preview. We are one day closer to the NFL season. As you were listening to this, it is Tuesday, September 5th. Guess what? It's 2 days away.
Let's go.
2 days away.
What time you
Hey,
get?
y'all
What time are you getting to the stadium?
What time you be at Arrowhead?
I'm staying the night.
6 o'clock.
I'm sleeping over.
6 o'clock p.m.?
6 p.m. the day before. 6 p.m. the day before.
No, probably a.m. 5:30, 6 o'clock a.m.
So as you're listening to this on Tuesday, whatever time it is, Gritty's already there.
Gritty's
He's
already-
the first one.
I'm gonna watch the show drop.
I think
You're going to watch as the show drops. Gritty
As
is
the
there.
show drops, I'm gonna be
pulling
there.
up. He's already there in his mind.
I am.
Like people are trying to talk to him at work, and he's like,
Don't even talk to
he's
me.
like, man, Patrick Mahomes, something. They're like, what are you talking about? And he's like, what are you talking?
Hey, did you get this form filled out?
No, I didn't.
No.
I did, as a matter of fact.
But
Give me a $14 beer.
No, I do not do that in the stadium. You
Pre-
can't afford that.
Only pregame.
That is insane. Well, we're out there all day, so
Yeah, that's true.
it's like a pregame to the pre-show to the after-party pre-game.
Yeah.
It's like everything.
so we're going to start with the AFC West, or not
NFC.
start, NFC West. We're going to continue with the NFC West. Anyways, as we've been dropping these episodes every day, as we're recording it right now, it's Wednesday the 30th. But so our first episode dropped this morning on the AFC South. If you haven't, go back. You can listen to all those. All the AFC is done. We've done one NFC, but this is our second NFC show for the year. And a team that I've talked about on a couple other episodes is what I'm going to start with, that is definitely in the race for Caleb Williams in the cellar of this division, the Arizona Cardinals. Kyler Murray's out definitely the first 4 weeks right now. Probably out till December if he plays at all.
Yeah.
He's still injured. They really didn't add anybody that jumps off the page. They traded away a couple guys here in the last week or so. I think they're fully tank mode.
I would have totally accepted Isaiah Simmons for a 7th-round pick.
Yeah.
100%. Like, I know that we don't really have a spot for him on the defense, but
No.
I would have done that.
And he's a project at this point. He was not good last year.
But at the same
saying
time, that's
he's
Arizona. Do you really want to play?
When I think about him, is I think he's uber talented, and I actually think he'll play well for the Giants.
I think so, too.
Worst case scenario, he's a great backup.
It improved the Giants for sure.
I think
in my mind, the Giants defense.
I think so, yeah. Maybe they're special teams at this point, too.
Was it a 6th or a 7th?
It was a 7th.
It was a 7th-round pick.
Shoot.
I would have done that in a heartbeat.
So
a 2025 7th-round pick.
So all you think about is, hey, in 2020, is it 2025?
I think it is.
Even if it's 24, you go, in 2024, am I going to find a better player in the 7th round than this guy?
Yeah, and
the answer
he's still on his rookie deal.
Yeah, the answer is no.
And he hasn't done anything to where you're going to have to pay him big bucks.
No.
Even if he has a defensive player of the year type season this year, if you're the Giants, you don't have to commit to him long term, right?
No.
You're like 7th-round pick. We'll pay him his salary this year. Now, I've talked about it a ton. I coached against him when he was in high school. In high school, that dude was a freaking baller.
In college, he was a baller, too.
And at Clemson, he was a baller.
Yeah, you're right.
But other than that,
I would say good move by Arizona.
Yeah,
they needed
get something right.
Tank it out for Caleb.
Yes. So, did either of you guys disagree that they're the bottom of this division?
I have them at the bottom of the league. I have them at 2 wins, but honestly, it rarely happens, right? It's happened one time, 0.
Yeah, 0's happened once.
Because at some point, sometime you're gonna get.
Is it only once? I thought the Browns and Detroit did it.
When did the Browns do it?
I thought the Browns went 0-16 too.
Did they?
Maybe.
I think it's happened twice.
I don't. Are you Googling it?
Am I looking it up?
I'm still looking at the Isaiah Simmons thing, trying to figure out the year.
So if I was Arizona, the only other guy I would shop around, Zach Ertz. I think you get interest for him.
Ooh. Let's send like a third-round pick to Arizona and have Kelsey and Ertz.
I bet you could get him for less than a third.
Fourth.
Yes, the Detroit Lions in 2008 and the Cleveland Browns in 2017.
Good job, Gritty.
Good job,
Wow.
Yeah, love them 0-16s, boy.
Yeah.
Dang.
And then the Tampa Bay Buccaneers also went over, but they only played 14 games.
What year was that?
1976.
Wow. 2017 Browns starting quarterback was that homeboy from Notre Dame?
I don't know.
Who was that?
He was like he floated around a little bit.
Hold on.
You know what I'm talking about?
For some reason, I want to throw out Deshaun Kaiser.
It's Kaiser. It is Kaiser.
For some reason.
He's a Notre Dame guy, right? Yeah, it's
Kaiser.
Kaiser.
I want to throw out
It's
Deshaun Kaiser.
It's Kaiser.
But he wasn't the only one because he didn't start an 0-16 team the all year.
He ended up he was there, and then he ended up going to be.
Was Manziel there?
No, I think he's gone by then. Right?
Who were all
the
the quarterbacks on that team? They're all to blame.
The Browns, that was part of a 19-game
Losing streak.
Dang.
Yes.
Is that 2017?
Yes.
We're so off on a different topic right now, but this is interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, it's Kaiser. Kaiser started 15 games.
What? They started in 15 games?
And then Kevin Hogan.
Kevin Hogan!
1 game.
Yes!
Oh, man.
Kevin Hogan.
There you go.
Ridiculous. So, is this Arizona Cardinals, are they better than that team?
Boy, I don't know.
I
don't know.
That team was horrible.
You know what's crazy is they're going in and I'm like, all right, Colt McCoy. They cut him. I'm like, what?
That's right. They did cut Colt McCoy.
And if I remember correctly, they were like 1-15 the year before that.
So they got Josh Dobbs.
Yeah.
They went and got
Josh Dobbs.
I'm like, boy, these guys are in full tank mode right now.
Yes.
They thought Josh Dobbs was a problem in college.
And
they thought they was getting a guy. Colt McCoy was a problem in college. Deshaun Kaiser was a good dude.
No, they have Josh Dobbs now.
Oh,
got Josh Dobbs now.
Yeah, sorry. I'm talking about
Arizona.
And I think Arizona knew by the time they got Colt McCoy that he's not a problem anymore.
No.
Is he? I would say, is Colt McCoy a decent backup? Yeah,
He's Chase Daniels.
He cool. He's a good backup.
He's Chase Daniels, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
He's had to play more.
yeah.
Chase Daniels didn't have to play that much.
Their draft, I mean, they took Paris Johnson, who's a tackle. They took B.J. Olari, edge rusher.
Yeah.
I mean, Garrett Williams, a cornerback. Michael Wilson, a receiver. John Gaines, an O-lineman. And Clayton Tune, a quarterback. But, I mean, did any of those names pop out to you?
The tackle.
Yeah. Paris Johnson's nice.
Paris Johnson.
The tackle.
I mean, other than their first round
went to
pick.
school.
I don't know. But I do think they trade off Zach Ertz throughout the year.
I think so too.
Yeah, sure.
I mean,
There's
as
gonna
a
be
team like
teams
that,
calling
you have to unload those guys.
Well, and somebody will need a tight end or a backup.
yeah.
He's going to be like, could you send me back to Philly?
So,
No
all right.
kidding.
All right. Enough talk about the
the worst
terrible
team.
team.
Sorry. What I was going to say about,
interesting.
the Arizona Cardinals is, yes, they may be the bottom of the barrel of the league, right?
Mm-hmm.
You just gave Kyler that money.
Yes.
So do you draft Caleb Williams and think like, oh, he's going to sit for 3 years?
No, I
Behind
think
that money. Where are you going to send Kyler with that money?
No, you know what?
That's the problem with Arizona.
You know what Arizona?
Williams.
You know, I'm not saying this is what they should do. You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna trade out of that one spot and grab Harrison and pair him up with Kyler.
I don't think they have a choice because the amount of money.
there's always a way around the cap in the NFL.
Sure, send him home and Jamarcus Russell him and see if he watches film actually, and then you can void his contract.
Man.
But if he watches that film,
There's always a way around it.
I don't know if you can void his contract.
I don't know. And
Because
who knows?
remember what was it? They had the study clause in it at first. He had to watch so much film, and then they took that out, but it made him look so bad.
Yeah, he's a Call of Duty kid.
Yeah, because it made him look so bad, they took it out. But the internet had already got their hands on it.
But Kyler Murray's not very good anyway, in my opinion. But
No, but you don't draft your top pick and have him sit for 3 years.
no. But I'm saying they'll find a way. out of the Kyler Murray thing. They'll find a way around it, a loophole, something.
I don't know. They're going to end up with like $45 million in dead cap.
Yeah.
1 year, and it's going to be. I mean, Arizona's not
Or
going
you
to be
bite
good.
the bullet.
Arizona's not going to be good for the next 5 years,
Yeah.
maybe longer.
Yeah. So
Because if you get off of Kyler within the next 3 years, I mean, every quarterback's getting paid in that 38 to 42 range right now. I mean, his dead cap hit's going to be 40,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you can't take that as a dead cap hit from one player.
No.
I mean, that's
know.
incredible. Like that's incredible to think about.
Maybe God bless him and the cap will just increase like tremendously and it'll be like no problem.
So, all right. I don't want to spend more time on a really bad team.
We didn't really spend a lot of time on the team.
Yeah.
We was talking about other things.
Yeah, I know.
Around the team.
Deshaun
We talked
Kaiser.
we talked about the Browns for a little bit.
Oh, Lord.
But for me, the middle of the pack team in this division is the Rams. I think they're around a 500 team this year.
Whoa.
8-9, 9-8.
Who's the quarterback?
Huh?
Who's the quarterback?
Goff
Stafford.
or Stafford? Yeah. Stafford.
I don't know.
Who else?
I don't know if that shoulder's good.
I got him winning 4 games.
Yeah.
You got them bad.
I have them winning
So
like
I
3.
think their defense might be it's going to be between them and Minnesota on the worst defense in the league.
I have them that low because I don't know if Bennett is going to be able to step in the shoes if it need be. Because the question mark is still the shoulder of Matt Stafford.
Well, Stetson Bennett's 92 years old.
Agreed. He's as old as Matt Stafford is.
Hey, where'd they rank on offense last year?
Um,
I'm going to guess like 18?
23.
Points scored, they were 27. Total yards per play, 31.
Oh, God.
Total yards per game, 32. Rush yards, 27.
4 wins, dude.
Passes per attempt, 24. Pass yards per game, 27. So, that offense was
And they
bad.
don't have a running game down there. They're going to win 3 games.
No, I thought their rushing was okay last year. What were they on rushing?
Per game, 27.
Yo!
They are better than 31st, baby.
Oh, man. Okay. All the stuff he's saying actually solidifies my 4-win thing, but Stafford stays healthy. Okay.
Is he healthy is the question.
I don't know. Cooper Kupp is going to probably...
It's going to take him a few games to get going, I think.
Yeah,
Just
and
trust
the thing
lane.
is, I actually think the way they scheme and the way that... I think they'll scheme enough for their offense to be decent. I think their defense will be really bad.
Yeah.
And I don't think it'll be scheme. I think it's personnel.
And
Yeah.
3 of their first 4 games are on the road.
Ooh.
At Seattle, then they're home against San Francisco, at Cincinnati, and at Indianapolis.
They might be
Maybe
0-4.
W.
They might be 0-4.
They might be 0-4. I mean, I could see that
They
going
might be.
0-4.
They're definitely going to be 0-3.
Hey, that schedule sucks.
But I think they beat Arizona twice.
Okay.
Okay? That's 2 wins.
They ain't winning no more games in the division.
no, that might be one of Arizona's wins.
I mean, Pittsburgh at home.
That's a loss for them.
I mean, I don't know. It's L.A. Weird things happen. At Green Bay, I can see them going to Green Bay and winning,
Oh, God.
depending on how Jordan Love is.
Oh, man.
Are you just going down the schedule in order?
No, I'm just
When is that
kinda
Green Bay
looking.
game?
Green Bay, it is November 5th.
Ooh, they might get lucky. If that game was in December, absolutely not.
Yeah. They got Cleveland at home, which could be a win.
You're really reaching.
They got Washington at home. That's
That's a win. So there's 3.
Washington beats them. Washington's like a 7-win team.
No.
You're really high on the East then.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I think the enemy's going to have that offense buzzing.
Stop it. Okay, keep going, Gary. What else you got?
I mean, that's the games that I think are kind of easy wins. So 2
So you
against
got
Arizona,
5.
Washington, Cleveland,
Green Bay.
and Green Bay.
So you got
That's
to win 5 games.
I mean, I said I could see them winning up to 8.
Ooh.
Up to 8.
Ooh, that's a big number.
I think
What's their over under?
Yeah.
That's a big number.
I bet it's like 5.5.
That 8 number that's a big number. But that's like the maximum ceiling,
Yeah.
right? I think their ceiling is like 6. and that's, you split the Seattle games, you win the Cleveland game, you sweep Arizona. You have to pick them between the Green Bay.
Real quick backtracking. Arizona's over-under is 3.5. That's probably said about right.
That's about right.
L.A. Rams.
7.
6.5.
Ooh.
Wow.
So I'm not that far off.
I got to tell you, I'd go that under on that.
Yeah. I'd take the over, but I don't feel strongly enough. I probably won't bet it. So.
Yeah, I don't think, no, what'd you say? Would you have 5? Yeah, that's not far off.
No.
And then
5 to 8.
Yeah. And then you split a couple of games, a couple of division games. You're not splitting with the 49ers.
And then one thing you do too is if you say he bets the Rams over 6.5. Once they do what he thinks, they get to 4 wins. You start betting the opposite way. You hedge a little bit, whatever, and then you come out money both sides.
Yeah.
So obviously, were we all in agreement there with those bottom 2 teams?
Yes.
Arizona and then.
And I tell
LA.
you, I talked about when I got here off air.
We've only spent 16 minutes on the Cardinals
bad
and
teams.
the Rams.
Well, you know what? It was what we were talking about earlier. I think roster building is very interesting, and these teams got a lot of work to do.
Yes.
I actually think that Caleb will tell Arizona, I ain't going there. And I can see the Rams moving up to grab him. Because Caleb Williams with Sean McVay, I think will be nasty.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a great fit.
The hardest thing to do with all the sports is when you start talking about retirement, get going again. Mm-hmm. And Sean McVay has already had that retirement talk. So is he 80% in? If you're only 80% in, you're not going to be a very good coach.
Would it be a deal where if he gets Caleb, he's re-energized? If he is still trying to figure out who the quarterback is, then he's like, eh.
A guy like Caleb would re-energize him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially an offensive guy like that.
Especially already the king of L.A.
Yeah.
Dang, he just stay in L.A. That'd be crazy.
Mm-hmm. So moving on.
To the good teams.
Yeah, to the 2 good teams.
It's Seattle.
In the division. So.
I'm curious what Gary thinks.
I got these 2 teams separated by 1 game.
I want to see Seattle last year.
I don't remember. I don't know.
One of us was high on Seattle last year, and I don't think it was me because I don't like Geno.
I
don't think it was me.
Seattle coming out on top in this division.
I knew he would. This dude does
wins.
not like the Niners.
11 wins.
This is a bias pick.
It's a Cowboys pick.
This is a bias pick.
It's a Cowboys.
This is a bias pick.
It's a Cowboys
Listen,
pick.
to all of the Midwest Mike listeners, I apologize for the egregiousness of my counterpart here with Gary, the Dallas Cowboys aficionado. He's going to pick against the 49ers no matter what. I'm surprised he didn't pick the 49ers to be the bottom of this division.
No,
But he's going to pick the Eagles to be the bottom of that division tomorrow.
The 49ers are not going to be as good as everybody thinks they will be this year.
The
They're
49ers are winning 13 games.
No.
I mean, remind me again, Brock Purdy's record as a starter.
Undefeated.
1 loss
Playoffs.
Regular season undefeated.
Yeah.
9-0?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't 9.
7.
7-0?
7 maybe.
Look at him. Look at him.
And Brock Purdy's from Iowa State too, so.
And I would.
But you're an Iowa guy.
Okay, so
yeah, exactly. So
really hating on him. So really hating on him.
All right. Well, okay. On the method of, moving on to a positivity.
No, nobody was high. Nobody had.
Nobody had Seattle.
Nobody had Seattle. I just looked last year.
I didn't think Geno was going to do what he did.
Yeah,
I didn't either. But I thought they were going to be bad.
I didn't think Geno was going to get paid after last year.
So I'll say this, on moving to a more positive light. Me and Gary do agree on that Seattle will be good. I have them as a good, solid team.
I have Seattle in the playoffs.
I also have Seattle in the playoffs.
So we're not.
And Gary does too, because he has them as winning the division.
I got Seattle winning the division.
Why do you have them winning the division?
Going through the schedule,
49ers.
No, going through the schedule, I think they can get 11 wins. I mean, they start at home against the Rams.
W.
Okay? That's a win. Then they go to Detroit. Okay, I think that's a 50-50 game. But then they got Carolina at home. They travel to the New York Giants. That's a win. Okay.
It's in New York?
Yeah.
On Monday Night Football? That's a loss.
Yeah.
That's a loss for him.
Nah, I don't. Danny Dimes is not that dude, man. Danny Dimes is not.
I don't think he is either, but I like the Giants.
So then they go to Cincinnati, or they have a bye week, and then they play at Cincinnati. Pete Carroll, extra week.
It's a loss.
Great coach.
That's a loss.
It's at Cincinnati?
Yeah.
Oh, man. If it was in Seattle, I'd give it to
Then they got Arizona.
Win.
Cleveland.
Ooh.
Where at?
It's in Seattle. That's a win.
Ooh. 12 man. Hey, 12 man's legit.
Yeah. At Baltimore, I got that as a loss. They got Washington at home. That's a win.
Yeah.
At the Rams, win. San Francisco at home, win. At Dallas, loss. At San Francisco, loss. Philly at home, they're going to get Philly in Seattle.
No. That game's in December. Philly's not losing in December with a division race on the line.
I don't think so either.
At Tennessee, win.
Win.
Pittsburgh at home, win.
Yeah, if it was in Pittsburgh, I'd like Steelers. But.
And then at Arizona the last week, win.
Yeah. I'm with you on the wins. I think Seattle is phenomenal.
11 wins.
I mean, okay, let's run it back. What happened? They traded away their franchise quarterback, right? They got a ton of draft picks. They got a guy they thought could be a starter with Drew Lock, who turns out to be an awesome backup. All those draft picks. And they drafted really, really well. Mm-hmm. Pete Carroll's a fantastic coach. I think you already know where I'm going with this. Who do you think had more passing yards? Geno Smith last year or Russell Wilson the year before?
Geno Smith.
Geno Smith.
Russell was terrible last year.
No.
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Oh, 2 years ago.
Russell's last year in Seattle. Geno beat him by over 100 yards.
Mm-hmm.
And Geno's supposed to be this old man, which he kind of is. But, like, who do you now knowing what we know now, who do you think is the bigger locker room leader? It's Geno Smith.
It's Geno.
Big time. I don't think the players in Denver like Russell
I don't think
at
anybody
all.
likes Russell.
And when you start talking to some of those guys from that Super Bowl team, the Super Bowl teams that Seattle had, they don't really like Russell Wilson. He's a diva. So it's no surprise that Russell goes to Denver with a lame duck head coach and does horrible. Geno goes to Pete Carroll, who through his whole career going back to college does nothing but win.
He was with the Patriots. He wasn't a winner there.
I thought he went 500.
What? With New England?
Yeah, I thought he was 8-8.
I mean, he wasn't a winner. He might have been mediocre, but he wasn't a winner.
Take it easy. You pick these guys.
I know. But I'm saying, like, don't say he had a terrible
Don't discredit yourself.
No, he had a terrible first stint in the NFL. He'll tell you that.
But I put a lot of that on Pete Carroll and his coaching staff. And the dude is 77 years old, and I've heard his practices are awesome. Blast music.
Yeah.
These dudes have a good time. The defense is going to be good. We already know. He's running. What are they running? Cover 3? Oh, shocker.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, he does what he knows. And from everything I've heard, the players love him. And so I think I like your pick.
Yeah.
But I like San Francisco.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what. One reason I like San Francisco is I think Brock Purdy is a dog. Is a dog. He was a dog when he was at Iowa State and had nobody around him. And actually, I think Iowa State's coach is not very good.
Was he a dog?
Yes.
Yeah, he was a dog.
He never beat the University of Iowa. Not once.
So what? I'd say his team was horrible, but he was good. Which is true.
Yeah.
But he finally gets the NFL and surrounded by...
I don't want to talk about Iowa.
I don't either.
Because they cost me money 2 years ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoops. No,
I'm just saying, Brock Purdy will be exposed.
What? They said this
I'm
all
surprised.
last year.
Wait, well, hold.
And in the playoff,
timeout.
And in the playoff game, he got hurt.
It's two things, Gritty. It's two things. One, Cowboys.
49ers.
I think it's Cowboys bias against the Niners.
Yep.
Which Gary would probably admit. Yes, he is not a fan of that organization.
Yep.
Two, Where did Brock Purdy go to college?
Iowa State.
Iowa State. And he hates Iowa State, too.
Yeah. It's a double whammy.
Yeah.
Because I am.
And third, he started off his career undefeated, unlike Dak.
Well, what I am surprised of.
That has nothing to do with it.
No. What I'm surprised about Gary's pick is I've known Gary for a long time. He puts a lot of stock into W's. Mm-hmm. And Brock Purdy has nothing but W's. And so I'm surprised he's so down on him. But to me, even if Brock Purdy's not as good as he was last year, really all he's got to do is be Jimmy G. And I think he's much better than Jimmy G.
Games.
And he wins 13 games. In San Francisco's offense, you basically just don't turn the ball over. And that running scheme that Kyle Shanahan's been running for 5 or 6 years since he's been there is awesome. Really had a chance to beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. And because our quarterback is the greatest.
He panicked.
Panicked a little bit.
He stopped handing that ball off because we started scoring. He was like, uh-oh.
Which actually probably was the right play call. Really.
Maybe.
We'll see. Whatever.
They ran the ball pretty well in that game.
I think if you go through San Francisco's roster, top to bottom, I really don't see any weaknesses at all.
No, I think defensively they're very good. Like, that's not even a discussion.
Even without Bosa?
Yeah, I mean,
I agree.
According, like some of the talks around the league today is that Bosa's probably going to sign and be ready for Week 1.
I think so.
So I'm going to say that Bosa's there, and if he is, that defense is top 3 in the league.
I agree.
All year long. And if they're giving up,
do you mind if I look up San Francisco?
If they're giving up 14 points a game, 12 points a game, 10 points a game, Brock Purdy doesn't have to do anything but score a couple times.
Brock Purdy never had any help at Iowa State. What about Breece Hall?
I don't know. Is he a receiver?
He's
a running back
for
New York
the
Jets now.
I don't know. He got hurt. I don't know.
Okay. Anyway.
Is that the best you got?
He won 7 games last year.
Is that the best you got?
So Brock, hold on. Wait a minute. So Brock Purdy goes to the Niners, does nothing but win. Breece Hall goes to the Jets and pretty much loses all the time. No, I would say defense-wise, where do you think San Francisco ranked last year on points allowed?
Third.
1.
Where
do you think they ranked on
I thought the Eagles would have
total? Where do you think they ranked on total yards per game?
Second.
I'm making it easy for you.
1.
That defense is nasty. And where do you think they ranked on offense? Points scored.
1.
6.
Oh, offensively or defensively?
Offense.
Offensively.
So
6.
He is 5-0 in the regular season. 2-1 in the playoffs.
So we exaggerated a little bit.
Who's 2-1?
So he's 7-1 as a starter.
Who's 2-1 in the playoffs?
Brock Purdy.
Damn, he won a wild card.
Yeah.
Who was the 1 seed? Vikings were the 1 seed last year.
Yeah.
No, he got beat by the Giants though. Brock Purdy played Seattle.
Yeah, but the Vikings were the 1 seed, so he played in the wild card round, the divisional round, and lost
to Philly, and they had a chance to win that game if he stays healthy.
Yeah.
But after his arm got messed up and they had to bring in Josh Johnson. So
God.
Dang. And I like Josh Johnson.
He was not ready for that.
No, because they had just brought him in, right?
Yeah.
Because their other backup got hurt.
And Jimmy G was hurt.
It's like, dude, yeah.
And
His first start was against the Miami Dolphins, who don't have a good defense.
What are we talking about?
I thought Miami's defense was decent.
Were they a playoff team last year?
Who?
No. No.
Borderline, yeah.
Borderline, yeah.
I mean, Mr. Irrelevant goes in and beats Miami, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
He became the first ever Mr. Irrelevant to throw a touchdown pass in a regular season game.
Look at that.
It's pretty good. Mm-hmm. One thing, though, I will say this is you're not far off. I mean, say Seattle did win the division. It's another one of those things where I'm like, you wouldn't be like, oh, I can't believe it.
I would, because that means they got to get 13 wins.
See, I don't think they do. I think 11 wins the division. I think 49ers get 10 wins.
Oof.
Good.
So only one game separates them.
Yeah, but I think it's 2 the other way.
I'll tell you what, man. Seattle, San Francisco is going to be some great. That's going to be 2 great games.
Yeah, they.
They were great last year.
I think both of those games are
They're both prime
I
time?
think so.
Probably.
Yep, Sunday Night Football. Is that Sunday night? Yeah, Sunday Night Football and 11:23. And then, game of the week. They're 2 weeks apart.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they played twice in 3 weeks.
Wow.
November 23rd.
Sign me up.
Yeah, sign me up.
Inject it into my veins.
And then December 10th.
Yes, sign me up.
The December 10th game is 4:05.
Hey, it's not
So
very...
it'll be 3 o'clock here.
Yeah, 3:05.
Hey,
Yeah.
not very
Sorry,
often
I'm
we're going to
looking
get two great NFC teams playing each other. Because there's not that many of them.
Not only that, but the Seahawks. And that span right there, listen to this. 49ers, Cowboys, 49ers, Eagles. That can make or break a season right there.
That's it.
Yep.
That can, if you go 0-4 right there, and you didn't have a great start to the season, that could end your season.
And they have to go to Dallas.
Yeah.
I think if they're good. If they go, I think if you go 2-2 there, you're good.
Ooh, if you go 2-2 there, I think you're an NFC Championship Super Bowl type contender.
That's rough schedule.
Like I said, I think
49ers,
Seattle,
Cowboys, and the Eagles.
I think they beat the Eagles in that game.
That's gonna be a good game too.
I mean, they only have Philly by 2. They only have Philly by 2 in that game.
Is that at Lincoln?
Yeah,
it's in Seattle.
Oh, they're a home dog.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, we'll see what's that when we get there. But I mean,
yeah.
Seattle,
I mean, they're a home dog against the 49ers in the first game on Sunday Night Football by 1. They're in Dallas, which they're a road dog by 3.5. They're a road dog in San Fran by 4. And they're a home dog by 2 against Philly.
I think Pete Carroll at least goes 2-2 in that stretch.
I think if you go 1-3 in that stretch, your season's safe. Because I think you finish the season with 3 straight.
And you still get to play.
So you go 4-3 down the stretch with that gauntlet right
And the
there.
thing that helps you out is you most likely are going, since you get to play the Rams twice and the Cardinals twice.
Yeah.
You got 4 wins right there.
Yeah.
That'll help.
That would help. But
That'll help with your playoff seeding.
So I got Arizona, St. Louis, LA, Seahawks, 49ers.
I'm the same as you.
Both of the top 2 teams make the playoffs.
And then Gary's got
I just got Seattle and San Francisco flipped with kind of 1 game separating them. So, I mean,
we're not far off.
No. But I mean, we're all in agreement, those bottom 2 teams. But, all right. Well, that is the NFC West. Okay. We'll be back tomorrow with another episode. Remember, like and subscribe. Check out all our content all over social media, TikTok, everywhere, anywhere. Just look it up, Midwest Mikes. I'm Gary.
This is awesome.
Hey, Gritty.
And we'll be back tomorrow with another one. Peace.